Made it to the weekend, adventurers on the rise, solving riddles and casting missiles, throwing daggers at their eyes. If you're into fortune and glory and tales of the heart and soul, finding clues, knocking out some fools, depending on how they roll. It's D&D, yeah, with the Epic Square. It's D&D, yeah, with the Epic Square. They got the sheets and they got their dice, their treasures over there. Yeah, it's D&D, with the Epic Square. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to twitch.tv/VitzPatel. I am VitzPatel. I'm joined here today with the fabulous Ethnic Squares.
Hi. I'm listening to the intro.
It's all good. Up first, it's my pleasure to introduce our Tabaxi and Monk, looking to punch their way out of trouble. Let's hope their coin falls in your favour or be prepared to feel their wrath. Sprinkle of stardust, love coins. It's my favourite part of Wales. It's the amazing Nerf Alice.
Hey.
San Diego Comic Con bound Nerf Alice. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's like 2 weeks away now, so very soon.
All starting to feel very real, I'm sure. Great stuff. Up next, it's time to cast Rage with the Barbarian Turtle. Boris, grab your great sword and let's get reckless. With more than enough brains to best any chance I can throw their way. Guys, and non-binary pals, give it up for my hero and a half shell. It's our fountain knowledge. It's the marvelous KTG.
Hi.
Hey. We're running a bit light on the ground today, but we're going to make it work just as well. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Great stuff. And rounding up our band of heroes for this edition of D&D with the Ethnic Squares, it's the best bard in the business. No creature can best the elven adventurer Sky with a song or their cutting words. The Doctor of who's more positive than the sound of a PlayStation trophy popping, hosts the phenomenal Locking It Down every Thursday on YouTube. It's the ludicrously brilliant Lucy.
No, thank you. Although not this week on Thursday. There are drinks at work, so I'm going to move it to Friday.
Speaking of fun times outside adventuring, so we have the rest of our party off doing fun outside times and hopefully some sunshine. And to our main man Rahul Hoop, we hope you feel better really soon. But all good. Yes, so Lucy, just to bring you up to speed, obviously you were off doing adventures with Luna and having fun outside times in the sun. So yes, we travelled to the city of Kmyal for a few weeks where some of the party got into a little bit of trouble and then they had to stage a bit of a heist and a bit of a prison break, as you do, same old. But that is about where we're at. So if we're all ready, let's start as we always do with a little recap of previously on Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so the Ethnic Squares were enjoying the revelry of the Dragon's Horde when the Tabaxian monk Cut noticed that their keen-fingered friend Diana Ravenoak was missing. The party quickly searched the various floors of the casino, ultimately failing to find any trace of the rogue. However, Pavato, the Elven Ranger, did spy a sigil that struck fear into the group. Sky, the Elven Bard, took a quick rubbing of the sigil. It was on the floor, so he did like a brass rubbing kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
The Dragonborn Paladin Heartride identified it as a mark of the Myriad. Heartride retold the tale he heard from the late Badgerbolt Reaver of his encounter with the shadow organization that ordered the hit on the Elven Bloodhunter. With Ayana being a former member of a rival organization, the Clasp, the ramifications could be dire indeed. So there's two kind of like mafia families going after each other at the moment, with bad news bears all around. Speaking with security at the Dragon's Horde, it became apparent that Ayana had been arrested and was due to be judged by the Lawmaster of Kmyal. The Ethnic Squares hatched a plan to free their friends from their bonds. First, they prepared to represent Ayana in front of the Lawmaster, defending their client against various charges. When that didn't work, they broke up into pairs and executed a daring heist. Cut and Sky were on information and infiltration. New and Pavato extracted Ayana's equipment from the facility, while Boris and Heartride were on getaway duty. The plan was ultimately successful, with the party speeding away from Kmyal on a horse-drawn cart, with Pavato staying behind for some unfinished business. Ooh, okay, so any questions before we start with episode 8, The Price of Peace?
What does it mean that he's staying for some unfinished business?
So, at the very end of the episode, just as you're about to make your daring getaway, Pavato surprised the group by jumping out of the cart and declaring that he's going to take some time out, for he has unfinished business in the city of Kmyal, but promises he will join the party up as soon as they can. My estimations is after he lost in a thrilling game of carrot in a box with one of the casino games, he's going back to win that damn carrot.
It's not leaving the safe
That's it.
until he wins the carrot.
The rest of you may or may not be wanted fugitives at this point. You're at least carrying a wanted fugitive. By extension, you may have wanted posters of you being posted around the city. Okay,
Right.
are we all good?
Boys want to be famous.
There you go. Okay, so traveling north as fast as the horses Bert and Meg will take you. Shout out to Bert and Meg. The bright lights of Kmyal soon fade in the distance behind you. The remainder of the night sees you put more distance between you and the city as the Ironside Ridge mountain range towers to the west. As the first rays of sunlight begin to colour the sky, you reach the major junction known as the Silvercut Crossroads. Okay. The crossroads are the crossing point where the Silvercut Roadway intersects with the Wildwood Byway, which has carried you northeast on your journey to Whitestone. Named for the shimmer of endless fields of windswept, sunlit grasses that accompany the way, the Silvercut Roadway connects the heart of Taldore and Mont with the extremities of the Lucidian coast, affording traders and travellers some measure of safety against the wilds. So after taking a moment to catch your breath, you pass through the crossing through the various checkpoints designed to stop the transport of contraband substances and artifacts across the country. At this point, I will make a stealth check for Iona to see if they get busted through the checkpoints. But Iona has a massive stat boost when it comes to stealth, a plus 13, so I think we're going to be fine. But let's see if we roll that natural one. No, she is absolutely fine with a natural 18 plus a bunch. Okay, so we will say that holding their breath and staying completely still in the depths of the cart, the officer conducting the routine inspection moves on without any suspicion being raised.
Does it seem like they're looking for her specifically, like
No, it's more
around that inn?
Yeah, it's more about the transport of drugs and things like sood and things like that, and any like especially dangerous artifacts. So if you've got like a big powder keg of arcane materials on board, then yeah, they're going to have to take a little bit of issue of that. But yeah, so as Iona had just been sprung out of prison, there's not like there's wanted posters of her being circulated across the region, that kind of thing. All good?
Yep.
Awesome. Right. So, Cut, you take a moment to inspect their map and instructs the party to head east in the direction of the city of Westrun. From there, the ethnic squares are due to head northeast until they're in the frozen reaches of the Alabaster Sierra Mountains. Despite the impressive speed of your steeds, it would take several days to cross the Silvercut Roadway. After Bert and Meg grazed on the grass and gratefully drunk from the trough, they were ready to take you on the next leg of your journey. Any questions before we set off?
Have we had a rest in this point as well? Have we camped out or?
We can make it that you have a long rest now. So you've got the opportunity now. You put a bit of distance between you and the casino gambling city to take a long rest. So absolutely, we can do that.
Thank you. I noticed I was missing some hit points. I
Yes.
wonder what happened.
I will make that happen.
Oh, I have a quick question. Sorry, it's
You go
unrelated
for it,
to what's happening
absolutely.
right now, but something is happening. I've
Sure.
got all these Ds that have appeared next to my stats. in
Yes.
like a little...
So that is, as you've leveled up, you become stronger in some aspects, but weaker in some others. So when it comes up with a D on dndbeyond.com, then you have to make your roll a disadvantage. So you take the lower of the two numbers which you roll. That's all that means.
Why has it chosen the ones it's chosen?
I think it's just a trait of your character. So it will be different for you than say on Rahul's character, Heartright.
Okay. We'll see how... Because that's unfair. Because it's picked all the ones I have good stats in.
Okay, what does it say when you hover over the icon?
It says disadvantage.
Okay, right. So I've got it right. But even if it's a disadvantage, you do have higher bonus stats in those areas, kind of thing. So you're still likely to succeed.
Uh-huh.
But I will take a look at the character sheet and make sure that we haven't equipped you with any like armaments or anything that's going to bring your
Yeah,
character
maybe it's my
disadvantage.
armor, because it has come up over here that that could
Maybe.
be messing about with things.
What stats is it?
So it's
Skills?
acrobats, athletics, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Yeah, that sounds like
Probably your armor.
armor.
Can
Okay.
I not just take it off whenever I don't want to, like when I'm not in combat, then put it back on?
Sure,
again, like
absolutely.
combat
We'll make that happen. So don't worry
no,
about.
because I also don't think that this. I think you just got studded leather. I don't think that should have had any effect.
No, I made sure just to put studded leather
Yeah.
armor on.
Yeah.
We can take a look after the fact. So for now, we'll say don't worry about rolling disadvantage. I don't think that's should be a thing anyway. So it's absolutely fine.
Sorry for the diversion.
No, you're more than welcome. We welcome questions here.
We welcome more questions here.
Fire away. Okay, so let's move on. Bit of a time skip now. So the first 3 days of travel go by relatively smoothly, with just the odd skirmish to contend with. A band of goblins attempted to derail your cart in the evening of the second day, but Boris the barbarian turtle was quick to spot them in the undergrowth from their elevated
jog on.
driving position. We will say, for your efforts thought in the goblins, you are awarded 500 XP each. So I can add that to your characters.
Woohoo!
Easy game, right, Luce? Easy game.
Love it.
There you go. Cool. So as you make camp by the roadside of another long day's travel, 3 of you elect yourselves to go on watch as you rest, tend to your wounds, read, and meditate. So for the sake of narrative, we'll just say that Cup, Boris, and Sky, you are the ones to take the watch. And I think, your watches go by uneventfully. Nothing terrible happens.
Sweet.
Okay, so the sun rises another day in Taldore, and Sky and Boris find themselves in a tense game of Boulder Parchment Shears for the joys of filling up the party's water skins. Tell you what, let's see who actually wins that game. So, Katie Liz, if you can engage in the game or rock, paper, scissors, otherwise known as Boulder Parchment Shears, what we'll do is we'll go 3, 2, 1, and then after one, the next one, that's when you show whatever symbol.
I agree with those rules.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Are you gonna administer the count bits?
Sure. Okay. Right. So 3, 2, 1, go. We've got scissors. Rock beats scissors. So actually, Sky's off to go fetch water for the party, filling the various water skins and things like that.
Better than a game of Machine Strike.
We missed you and Kmyal with these casino games. You would have had a blast. We'll go back there, I'm sure, at one point. Maybe when the heat's died down. Because at the moment, it's like GTA. You've got like 5 stars on your party. You need to let that.
Oh,
You need
yeah.
to take some time
The
away.
SWAT team are after us.
That's it.
Maybe the thing that Pavato's stayed back to do is like spread disinformation and like
Absolutely. He's
save us all.
talking to all the trees and making sure that
Yeah.
they spread good words around the ethnic
It's those
squares.
damn ethnic circles again.
This is it. So, Luce, there was a point last week where Pavato made a tree scream in order to distract a bunch of guards.
That's pretty funny.
That was a thing that happened. Alrighty then.
There
So,
was also a point in the middle of the court session for trying Ayana where Rahul was running Sky, and Sky tried to convince the casino that the like 8,000 gold worth of damage could be covered by you doing a special performance.
that did happen.
It didn't work, but it was a good try.
Yeah,
Well, maybe I need to raise my profile a bit in the
This is
singing
it.
world. And then when I come back, I'll be like, Diana Ross returning. They're like, we didn't know when she was just a shining star.
Okay, great stuff. So, with the chores divided up, you clear up the camp and see that you're about halfway through your supply of food and look to set off to make swift progress on the Silvercut Roadway. So, for those of us keeping track, so you typically start off and have the capacity to carry like 10 days worth of food provisions. So over the course of your traveling and stuff, then obviously that goes down as you consume meals, but the next kind of merchant point that we can look to top up those, and it's going to cost a handful of coins. So I wouldn't stress about being really low on funds and that kind of thing. Alrighty then. So soon you see a glimmer on the horizon with the sunlight shimmering of the fast flowing water of the By Hills River. The Silvercut Roadway crossed the river with a substantial bridge, some 30 feet wide and 100 feet long, to allow caravans, traders and travellers to pass without issue. As you approach the bridge, you see a figure dressed in a full coat of arms, with the visor of their helmet covering most of their face. They're holding a ledger in one arm and signalling you to stop with the other. So they are waving you down, and I think Squares, what do you want to do? Are you slowing down?
Are they like? Are they waving other people over?
Yeah, so at the moment you're the only one
Are we
on
being
the road.
signaled out?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like our tail light's busted or something.
I mean, he might be stopping you for that, but yeah. Well, no. And, okay, so they say to you, welcome travellers, you are now entering the Dominion of Westroom. Please stop for an inspection and be ready to pay the toll to cross the By Hills Bridge. And they go on to explain, and they say, in these uncertain times, a toll has been introduced to fund the training of soldiers to defend Westrun against the forces of evil. Then they go around making their routine checks, and in the midst of that, they say the toll is currently set to 50 gold pieces for carts. So we'll say that they show you a piece of parchment, and it has the various prices. So if you're traveling on horseback, it's slightly less. If you're a huge caravan with multiple carts, then that fee goes up. Ethnic Squares, what would you like to do?
Does it seem legit? Is it just a guy standing by a bridge?
Has everyone else been paying though? Like,
As far as you can tell, why don't you try and make an insight check?
okay.
You can make it with advantage if someone was willing to assist, say, both of you curious.
All right.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
was gonna
was
see if other
hoping.
people are parting with money, then.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say for the purposes that Kat and Sky, you are the ones driving at the moment. So there's two you sat at the front of the cart, and you're being, you're talking to this person in the coat of arms.
Well, mine was 22.
Okay, great. So we'll say that as you're conversing with the soldier, you catch the faintest sound of a giggle coming from the midriff of the soldier. As you begin to question what's going on, you see the armor set come apart and 3 creatures emerge from underneath the undercoat. So yes, I've tacked 3 people hiding in an overcoat. You're face to face with 3 Ravagers known to operate on the Silvercut Roadway. The 3rd Ravager rushes to the side of the bridge and yells at something lurking underneath. You then see a large aberration with multiple tentacles emerge and float at the far end of the bridge.
Why has no one else had to do this?
Team, I need you to roll initiative, for it is go time, and this is the map that we find ourselves on.
This is Beast now for Beholder.
Maybe.
No.
Oh wait, I don't know how to
no,
press the
no.
buttons for.
I've done that. So yeah,
Okay.
New has rolled initiative of 15, so I made a note of that beforehand. But thanks for saying. Okay, so if you've had a chance to do that, we will say 25 to 20. Anybody in that range?
Cat's got 20.
Okay, great to know. 20 to 15. Anybody in that range?
Sky has 19.
Okay, great. And then 2, and then 15 to 10. Anybody in that range? Okay, so Ayana, they rolled a 15. Neo also rolled a 15. And then they go then. So 15 to 10, anybody in that range?
Oh dear.
Okay, that's fine. And then 10 to 5.
7.
Okay. Great. And then Heartrind, he rolled a 6, unfortunately.
Oh.
Well, technically they say I rolled a 6 for them, but they rolled a 6. This has happened before. People have died on my watch. It's all good. Okay, top of the round. Cut, it's you to go first. So you're up against 3 Ravager Stabby Stabbers and 1 Beholder.
Oh, right. I think I just got up to Ravager 2.
Yeah?
And I'm going to try and do 2 attacks with my sickle.
Sure, go for it.
23 to hit.
Well done, that hits, more than hits.
7 points of damage.
Okay, great, every little helps.
13 to hit.
13 misses, I'm afraid.
Okay.
But yeah, you're free to spend any key points you want to do it again.
I think I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
I'm gonna run away.
Great. You're going to move back to where
I think
you
I
were?
can use it. Yeah.
Sure. We can get you back there. And then because it's
Or
on
just
your...
like as much speed I have left. Or was it just one?
Sure, so your movement speed is 30 or 50, right?
30, I think.
Okay, that's fine. So it's more than enough to get you in and then...
Oh no, 50. I lied.
Okay, great. So we can put you here, if that makes sense.
Sounds good.
Okay, I will make a note of that. It is now turn of the beholder with a roll of 19. So they are going to attack. They are going to try and attack you, Sky, unfortunately, with the die. And let's roll to see which one of their eye rays they're going to cast at you. Okay, so. Okay, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
What, me?
Yes, please.
Oh. 7.
Okay, unfortunately, that fails, and you need to take 10d8 of force damage. So I will start rolling that.
Well, oh, you're rolling something.
Yes, 10d8. But it's not too bad because the first rolls were both ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Blimey.
8.
Can I not do my shield as well when you're done that?
So unfortunately with a spell, I don't think a shield is going to help. I believe that's the case.
Okay.
So it's 37 points of force damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay, are you still up, standing?
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
You're gonna have to get up a little bit earlier than that, Ravager, to get one over on old Sky.
We'll say that Sky's a little punch drunk from all the force and redresses like the Ravager, not the Beholder. It says, which one are you hit me? But it's all good. Okay, that's gonna be their turn. Sky, it is on you with your chance to exact revenge.
Okay, I'm gonna try something a little different.
Sure.
So I have some new stuff. So 90 feet of range. That's quite good, right?
Yes, so 20,
That
30,
gets
40,
me.
50, 60, 70, 80. You can hit anybody in this range.
Okay. So let me just think. Okay, so I want to do sleep. It says this spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. It doesn't really say how many people I can sleep.
Okay, I can take a look and maybe help with that. Stand by.
Standing by. Let me read the, yeah. So yeah, casting time, one action. Oh, I need components or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we can find out what those components are. So pinch your fine sand. We'll say we'll say you've got that, and we'll say you've got some rose petals on
Oh
you
yeah, we're
rather
in
than a cricket.
the outside world.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just
So
picked up off the ground.
Usually, unless a component is something crazy like 1,000 diamonds or something.
yeah,
If you're a spellcaster, you carry like a component pouch that has basics in it, unless. So yeah, it would make sense that you just sort of have them.
Okay, so now I have to roll a 5d8.
okay, so there's probably a deck save or something that I have to make on for that. Oh no, it's just unconscious. Fair enough. There's no. Okay, so you choose a point on the map, and anybody
Okay.
within 20 feet radius of that point, they instantly fall asleep. So I think you're still rolling the die for it,
Okay.
right? Yeah,
Can I pick somewhere in the middle where R3 is? Because that would be the 20 radius, right?
Yeah, so if you put it here where my cursor is, so you can see that,
Yeah.
you'll be able to make all of these 3 fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah? Okay, fine.
Okay.
So we'll say that is cast, and all 3 Ravagers, you see the tiny Zeds start to float above their head as they all
Nice.
fall
As I
asleep.
do it, I start playing a little bit of Enter Sandman as they drowsily
There you go.
fall asleep. Hush, don't say a word. And do another sleep.
Okay, that is an excellent play. For it is Ravagers 1 and 2 turns up next, but as they're asleep, they're not going to do anything. It is now at the turn of Iona Ravenoak, who is standing over here at the moment. So we're going to say they are going to move up to here, and they are going to load up their short bow and fire at R1. We will say that because they're asleep, they have advantage on this attack, because they're not going to be able to make uncanny dodges and things like that. And with a natural 20, that's going to call a whole lot of damage for these people. Yes, a natural 20, 29 in total, and it's a so that is so that's doubled to 12, 17 points of damage on Ravager number 1. So let's mark that off. And then as the arrow sinks into the creature, you see them, their eyes suddenly fly open as they are no longer asleep. We'll say that much. And that is going to be their turn in terms of bonus actions. Yeah, they have 1 attack per action, so that is going to be their turn. Okay, Luce, Nuo is up next. So what would you like them to do? Traditionally, they fire the magic missiles, and they do a heck of a lot of damage.
Let's do that. That sounds like a
Okay, which target would you like to attack?
120 feet. The biggest person is
The Beholder.
the Beholder. Let's just
Yeah.
take a few shots at the Beholder then.
Okay.
Or would it be better to take some shots at the sleeping people?
I tell you what. Make a what would it be? Make an investigation check.
Can I do that as new?
Oh yeah, or just roll a straight d20 and let me know what the thing is.
Okay.
So they have a +6 to investigation, we'll say.
Okay, so mine was 2, and then you can say.
Okay, great. So you'll be able to say that the Beholder poses the greatest danger to the party, because you fought Ravagers before, and you know that while they don't have necessarily as many hit points, it's the consecutive hits they can deal out, which is the real danger of those. Whereas the Beholder has things like Death Rays and things like that, which can instantly nuke a character. So they would be the target that I would recommend.
Okay, seeing as this might be the end of the line, I'm going to go all out. And let's do Magic Missile at the 6th level.
Okay, great. So if you can roll the 1d4, I will see how many darts that's going to be. I think it's going to be a hell of a lot.
1d4.
So
1.
level higher. So it's going to be 8 darts. So you rolled a 1 for your 1d4, so you get +1 to that anyway, so that's 2, and then times 8, which is going to be a heck of a lot of damage. So I will take that off. The Beholder. It's the first damage they've taken.
Yeah, behold in Neo's power.
Okay, great. I've made a note of that. Okay, we imagine they're going to stay where they are, because they are one of the squishier types. It is now the turn of Ravager 3, who is still fast asleep. Boris, it is on you, my friend. What would you like to do?
Boris is going to move. Yeah. Can I do some sort of check to see what Boris knows about beholders?
Sure.
Because I don't want to sort of be metagaming this.
No, that's absolutely fine. So we'll say make a history check, and we'll see if they are learned in the way of the beholders.
I feel like we have fought a beholder before.
You
as
have,
well.
yes.
Okay, so.
So we'll say make it an advantage.
Okay. That's better. 15.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So you can know as much as you want to know about beholders. You recall all of the insight that you've read on books, plus your battle experience in Raven's Crest, the castle there.
In that case, I will. So what? Ravager 1 is the one that's awake, right?
Correct, but they're still prone.
I will move forward to them.
Sure.
Because I've got to get there. I'll rage as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to throw a javelin at the beholder, but I'm just... So
10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet.
Yeah, so it's going to be at disadvantage, but I'm going to throw 2 of them.
Sure, okay.
Because I can, so
yeah.
But they're both going to be at disadvantage. Because I do not want to go up next to it.
If it helps, the beholder is a big creature, so you're likely to have a low AC.
Okay, well, the first one, okay, is fine. It's 17 plus 8.
That hits.
Like that is that, yeah. Oh no, wrong dice. 8 damage.
Okay, great.
And 16.
That just misses, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the javelins hits and one of them misses.
Yes, and you've got one more on your person, I believe.
I thought, I thought I had 4, but yeah.
Okay, if it's 4, then that's fine. To be fair, the last time I think I remember you using javelins was a while ago, and you may have got another one by that point, so that's absolutely fine.
I think I bought back because I know that I can throw 2 a turn. I think I wanted to keep an even number.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I've definitely lost 2 now. So.
Okay, great. That is fine, but we'll say that if you wanted to go and retrieve them in this battle, that the second one, obviously one's embedded in the creature, but the second one is just next to them, so within melee range of them. Okay, great stuff. It is now the turn of the one they call Heartrind. So they are going to rush up to the unconscious Ravager number 2, and they are going to... Are they unconscious? I've taken some damage, but yes. Okay, fine. So they are going to swing their Warhammer twice with all their might and Divine Smite and all that good stuff. So the first one is a hit, and the second one is also a hit. So it's 1d10 plus 4, because we'll say they're two-handing it. Okay, so 14 points plus the... what is it? The Divine Smite, which is... So that's 16... Oh, it's a 1d8. You need to roll for the Divine Smite damage. Oh, with a 7 as well. So, 16 base damage plus 7. So the first one is a 23-point hit. So we'll mark that down. And then the second one also hits. And that is more than enough to take this creature out.
Nice.
Okay, great stuff. And they are going to stay where they are as one of the more tankier persons in the party. Top of the round. Everybody gets their stuff back. It is Cut, the Tabaxian monk.
Nice. So, was it? Am I 100 feet from R1?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60 feet away from R1, and then 70, 80, 90, 100 feet away from the beholder.
let's just try it. So I'm going to use my, which I hardly ever use, my feline agility to
Sure.
double my speed
Yeah.
to get to the beholder.
Sure, we can make that happen. So you go zoom, 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 zoom,
Punch
zoom.
in the eye.
Yes. Okay, great. So we'll say you're here, and you punch, sock him right in the socket.
I'm going to try and do stun and strike as well.
Okay, great.
But I don't know if I have to say that before or after if I hit him or not. But
Sure. You can say it's after for me. I'm not too sticker about that rule.
First punchy punch, 19 to hit.
That hits. Well done.
So that's 12 points of damage.
Okay, and then they are stunned until the end of your next turn. Is that correct?
I think they get to save.
Okay.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 15.
Okay. With the natural 2, that's not going to help.
So they be stunned.
Nice.
They be stunned.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like
I'm
to do
gonna
on your turn?
Keep hitting them in the eye.
Sure. So you would get advantage on this attack now that they're stunned.
Cool. So punching in the eye again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'll roll with advantage just in case. So that was 21.
Yeah, that hits. Well done. Yeah, always handy to roll when you have advantage in case you hit that natural 20.
And that's 6.
Okay, good to know.
And then bonus action for one more punch.
Sure. So to cast your feline agility, that wasn't a bonus action, or?
No, I could just use it once.
Then that's fine. We're all learning.
Yeah,
Okay, great
once
stuff.
per
Let's
turn.
do it again then.
So 22
Yeah, that hits. Well
to
done.
hit. And 13.
Nice. So, as the creature is stunned, you can see it trying to close the eyelid on this one central massive eye to try and protect itself. But in its stunned state, you can see the eyelid just go a millimeter down as you're socking it with the left and then following up with the right. Okay, great stuff. Great work, team. Next up, it is the turn of the beholder, but they are now stunned. So we'll move swiftly on to the one they call Sky.
Okay, so are we allowed to like speak amongst ourselves in a fight for advice?
Absolutely. You have your earpieces in, so on your turn,
of course.
I encourage all of you to ask questions and strategy and all that stuff.
Okay, so I have 14 health points. I'm not sure whether it's worth healing, or do you think we'll be able to deal with these people? I know the Ravengers are deadly, but we can also like.
For context, the first Ravager is looking relatively rough, and the other remaining Ravager has not taken any damage at all in this fight.
But is currently asleep.
That's true.
Do you have a health potion on you?
I mean, I can do a healing. I don't know if I do have a health potion, but I can heal myself with my magic. But then obviously that's a turn.
Heartrine says that they'll be able to heal you on their next turn should you need to as well.
Okay, maybe I'll do. I feel like my hit damage is not that great anyway. But okay, so if the Ravager 3 is still asleep, maybe there's something I can do. Because we should take advantage of that before he wakes up. Maybe I will cast Magic Missile. It won't be as effective as the last ones we did. Or actually, maybe do a bit of Shatter. That would
Sure.
be. Wouldn't you hate that? You know, you're asleep and also someone shatters you. All right, I'll cast a bit of Shatter. And that is
Okay.
16 Constitution.
16 deck save, okay. Let's see. Well, they're going to make this a disadvantage because they're asleep anyway. And with a natural 2, that's going to fail.
Okay, and I'm 8 points. Not
8 for a total 8 points of damage.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
that's fine.
bit disappointing.
That is all good. 8 points of damage from a shatter spell. Which level was that at? Was that at 5th level or?
That was where are we here? 2nd level.
2nd level. So, shatter. So that was 3d8 and it was a total of 8. Did you roll it
yeah,
3
I just
times?
pressed- Oh, no.
Yeah, roll it 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 8 plus 16
Yeah.
plus 17. Wow, I didn't know I could roll this 3 times.
Yeah, yeah. So 8
I've
plus
not been
16.
doing that.
Because you wouldn't have got a 60 if you were rolling 3d8 separately. You couldn't have got a 16 and 17 on 1d8. So it might have just been a really bad roll the first time.
Oh yeah, I think it might be.
I don't know,
At once on the
but-
screen.
Okay,
Yeah, doing it 3 times, that would have had to be more than 3d8 because you couldn't have got 16 plus 17.
Okay, I pressed the button that's on the next to the thing, so I'm assuming that's doing all the dice
it might
rolling
be.
for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so I think it was 8.
8 points it is. And that was at Ravager number 3, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
While you're sleeping peacefully, free from germs.
Okay, great stuff. So
I think you might know if you're asking us for advice. You just got hit by a really, really strong eye beam. So you might, after you've done it, want to try and duck behind something or one of us or something.
you've still got all your movement speed?
Can I leap over the side of the bridge?
You
over
sure
here?
can, yes.
Thank you,
So
just
we will
make sure.
say that
Give me a bit of shielding.
yeah, you leap over the side and use the rest of movement speed to be underneath the bridge.
Thank you. I am the troll.
Okay. But yeah, the beholders moved out from under there, so they're you're no longer there. And we will say, for the sake of narrative, that there are no other creatures underneath this bridge hiding to sneak a surprise. Because
Surprise trolls.
that's it would be a bit cruel. Okay, so Ravager number 1, they're going to use half their movement speed to get up. And they are going to try and make a break for it, sprinting back up the bridge. Boris, you do get an attack of opportunity on it as it moves up.
Yes. Sorry, I was.
No, you're fine.
I opened something else. 19
That hits, well done.
to hit. Yeah. 12.
12 points of damage. So you effectively bonk them right on the head, and you see their head go down into their neck and into their armor. So they are very, very low on health now, but they do manage to scramble out of the way. Okay, and then for their turn, they are going to turn around and throw one of their. They're going to throw one of their daggers at you, Boris, with a 14 to hit.
No.
Okay, that misses. So that is going to be their turn. Okay, Ravager number 2 is done so. It is a turn of Iona Ravenoak. So from her position out in the wilds over there, they are going to try their shortbow attack again. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Ooh, just in range without having to go to disadvantage. And that's going to be a 19 to hit, which indeed does hit. And that's going to be a, what is that, 1d6 plus 5. That is more than enough to take out the first of the Ravagers. Of the
Nice.
3 people stacked in an overcoat. So there's only one of them left now. Okay, great stuff. That is going to be their turn. Nuo is up next. So
Sorry, I just remembered that's me.
it's
So
fine.
I was like looking at the sun that had disappeared. Okay, so
Might be time for another 5th level magic missile.
okay, yeah, we got to go out big actually. All right. Okay, let's do another magic missile. Oh, yeah, 6 is only 1 slot. Yeah.
So
we can
then
go for
that's 6 darts. And what's the die roll?
D4.
Yep.
1d4 plus 1.
So then, okay, so if you roll that,
Okay. Okay. 3, so 4.
okay, great. So that's gonna be 24 points of damage. Awesome. Okay, and they are probably gonna. Are they gonna move from there? Are they gonna come join you under the bridge?
No, they've got quite a good sniping range from here, I think.
Sure.
To keep throwing those magic missiles.
Okay. Great stuff. It is the third of the Ravagers. They are going to run up to Boris on their turn and They are going to try and do their stabbing frenzy attack on you. The first attack is a 16 to hit, Boris.
No, it just misses.
Okay, then that's their turn. The stabbing frenzy only works on successful melee attack hits.
Wow.
Boris would like freeze. That's not going to work. Speaking of Boris, it is your turn now, my friend. What would you like to do?
Give me 1 second. There's a weird banging noise.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's
That's
somewhere in my house.
fine.
Hang on. 1 second.
No, you're absolutely fine. So while they are off to investigate their banking, I'll just say we are raising money for those big beautiful kids for Extra Life and Team Kind of Funny. So if you type !donate in the chat, which I will do right now, it should come up with a nifty little link. If I can spell the word donate right. There you go, it works. So if you're able to, feel free to donate. If you can't, you're more than welcome to share the link, because often that does just as good, because it lets people know who are able to donate that such facilities are available. Back to you.
I'm back.
Okay.
Couldn't find a source, so but my cat's asleep. So the main thing I was like, oh shit, has
something happened?
Broken somewhere, but my cat's asleep and the door's locked, so
There you go.
fine.
Low investigation roll.
There was last summer I did have randomly a pheasant on my roof at one point, and it was really fucking loud. So maybe something landed on my roof again. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with folklore. Is that considered good luck in your parts, or?
I don't know. Someone, I can't remember who it might have been. I can't remember who I said one of my friends. All they said was like, it sounds like animals fathering wood if it was a male pheasant. And then I got really sad.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's looking for his wife still. I was like, oh no, this is horrible. But I never saw him again. So
Gosh.
I'm sure he's fine and living happily in the woods.
That's the only logical
What happened?
outcome.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, can I can't really tell. With 40 feet, can I get to the beholder?
So 10, 20, 30, 40. Yes, you can.
Yes, I'm going to. I know I'm going to take an attack of opportunity, but
Sure.
I'm just going to do that.
Okay, so they are going to swing with you once with their short sword, and that's going to be 17 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay, that's fine. And you take 4 points of slashing damage, which halves because you're raging to 2.
Because I'm raging, yeah.
You're now up against a stunned beholder.
Cool. I am going to. Well, I'm going to slash with my longsword, but I'm going to stab it in the eye with my longsword.
Okay.
Like it's the same roll, but just thematically, I want to be.
Sure. And
But yeah, I'm slashing it with my longsword.
given that they're stunned and stuff, are you going to make this a reckless attack?
I was thinking about it. What are the?
So
I'm trying to remember
all
what
their
the
attacks
rules
are
on stun-
spell based.
Is it that
So
they get to try again in a minute to unstun? Do they get a con save on each of their turns?
It just ends at the end of my next turn,
yeah,
but
and
I'm top of the order.
that's it. You go before, and you're going before the beholder, so you get 3 more free hits essentially, with you, Heart, Ryan, and Cut.
Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I will. I was really worried about giving the beholder advantage on me, but
Sure.
Yeah,
So
I'll go
the
reckless
only
and
melee
hope for the
attack
best.
you remember them doing in your last fight was a bite attack. Everything else was spell based. So I think having advantage on you isn't going to do much unless they're biting at you.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Boris takes her great sword. Takes their great sword, sorry,
Oh.
and
Yeah. 15 on the first one.
15. Let me check. Misses, I'm afraid.
Is that with advantage?
Yes, that's my
That
point.
was with advantage. Yeah, I rolled a 2 on the
Okay.
other roll. So this one's looking better. 13, 21.
That
21
hits. Well
hit.
done.
Yeah.
So I think you would have
For
had advantage
15.
against it anyway if you didn't want to do it reckless.
Oh yeah, would I? Yeah, if I'd had advantage anyway for being stunned, then I won't
Mhm.
do reckless. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll-
absolutely
just
fine.
to sort of keep myself safe. But,
Good spot.
yeah. So 15 damage.
Damn. Okay. Yes.
Diable.
That's In the straight in
Yes.
the eyeball. That is everything.
Okay, great stuff. Fine. So you begin to see some fluid excrete out of the eyeball. It's still stunned, so it's unable to close its eyelid, but it's trying really hard. If it could scream, it'd be screaming like that plant screamed last week.
Not that bush, yeah.
Okay, Harad is up next. So with their 30 feet of movement speed, so 10, 20, 30, they're unable to get to the beholder, so we will say they move up to the third of the Ravengers, and are going to try to take it out with three of their, two mighty Warhammer swings. The first of which is going to miss, I'm afraid. Actually, let's check the AC. No, actually, it just hits. Yeah, they hit 15. So that just hits. So that is going to be a 1d10 plus 4. 7 points of damage plus the. Where is Divine Smite? Here we go, 1d8. Plus another 2, so that's 9 points of damage on them. So that is going to be that. And then the second of the Warhammer swings is going to be a natural 18 plus a bunch, so that's definitely going to hit as well. That is going to be the 1d10 of 8 plus 6. That is more than enough to wipe out
Yeah.
the third of the Ravengers.
Yay.
Okay, that is going to be their turn. Cut, top of the round. It is on you. This is your last turn with it being stunned.
Okay. Continue to punch in the eye
Sure.
and stun and strike again.
Okay, great.
Natural 20.
Yes. What's the save that they need to make?
15.
On Constitution, yeah? Or is it?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Natural 2. So they are stunned again for the rest of the round. Okay, so sorry, what damage are they taking off your punch?
So the damage for the nat 20
Yeah.
was. I rolled the dice, but it's not doing the maths for me.
It,
2 7s.
Okay, 14.
Did it come up for you? Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I will. That's the first attack.
Punchy again.
Uh-huh.
It's not doing the maths for me anymore. That was a 16 on the dice plus 9, so 20 something.
Yeah. Okay, great. So 25.
I'm lost at the maths.
That's fine,
And then
that's
5
fine.
plus 3 damage, 8 damage.
Okay, and another 8 damage. Okay, great.
And then it's just gotta keep going, don't we? So I'll spend a key point
Yeah.
to do flurry of blows to punch it again twice.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Decimating it like a bean bear.
This is like Steve Rogers, Captain America, beating up on that punching bag at the end of.
We're just like, we're just all watching and like, oh my
That's it.
So 7 points.
Okay.
And then, this advantage. So 8 plus 9 was the highest. So what's that? 17 to hit.
17 just misses, I'm afraid.
Cool. Well then I've stopped punching.
Okay, great. I will mark all that down, but that is a heck of a lot of damage. Well done. Would you like to move? They're stunned. And they're going to be stunned for the next round, so you might as well stay where you are, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here because
Okay.
I can get my
That's fine.
feline agility back.
So
Cool.
as you finally stop punching, you start to feel like raw in the fists as you've just been punching. But
At least the eyeball's soft.
that's it. Yes, absolutely. Every time you land a punch, more of the goop comes out of the incision that Boris made. Okay, so the next turn is the Beholder, but they are stunned. Sky, it is on you, my friend. Would you like to emerge from underneath the bridge?
Well, can I not cast anything from below the bridge? Like,
Yeah, so we'll say that you poke out, cast a spell,
Okay.
and then duck back in again.
Okay, I'll cast Shatter again
Okay,
to
at
really
what level?
shake his. I'm gonna do it at the 2nd level.
Okay, great. So I believe they're going to make.
Yeah,
So Shatter
16.
is a Constitution saving throw. So they are going to. Oh, they're going to fail their Constitution saving throw with that. So
Oh.
full damage.
Sweet, 8.
Another 8.
Yes,
Awesome.
it's all about the 8s.
Okay, great. So then we're saying you're using the rest of your movement speed to duck underneath.
Yeah, duck back under.
Okay, great.
Most cowardice person on the board.
It's all good. So the Ravengers are dead. Next up, it is Iron and Ravenhook. I'm just going to check the range of their short bow. So they are going to use their movement speed to to jump back on the bridge. I'll make an acrobatics check just to make sure that works out. Yeah, 16, absolutely. And then they're going to use their short bow to try and strike the Beholder in the eye socket with that sneak attack damage. Please don't roll a natural 1. Please don't roll a natural 1. Okay, so what's that going to be? 6 plus 9, 15. Unfortunately, that misses. So that is going to be their turn, but it was a nice try. Next on the board, it is the one they call New Wiccan. Luce, what are they up to?
Let's go again for some magic missiles. Let's
Yes.
put right in the eye sockets. I've got another one at the 5th level that I can
Okay, great.
perform.
So let's roll that 1d4 plus 1.
Okay. Oh, come on. 1d4. 2, 3.
Okay, great. So 18 points of damage. So I'll take that off.
Right in the eye.
All right. They are starting to look very, very, very rough. Great stuff. Ravager 3 is dead. Boris, you're up, my friend.
Do it.
Is it still stunned?
It is still
moment?
stunned up until the
Yeah,
end
so
of the
I'll
next
get
turn.
yeah. So I was just checking, so I'll get advantage, so I don't need to reckless attack. I slash it twice with my longsword,
Okay, great stuff.
which again is kind of like stabbing. I'm stabbing it in the eyeball, but like I'm slashing it. For 17.
17 to
Yeah.
hit. Was that sorry?
So yeah, 17 to hit.
17 just misses, I'm afraid. The armor class is 18 with their natural armor.
Okay, and then nat 20.
Nice.
Cool. Because guys, it's been a while, so I just need to double check, but I'm pretty sure I have the thing brutal critical. I roll another additional, so I roll 3. I have 3 rather than 2
Sure.
for crits. So that is 12 plus 7, so 19 damage, which is actually less than I'd hoped.
Yes.
I rolled quite low on that, but fine.
Is there anything else you can do on your turn? For they have 2 hit points left.
That's really no. I don't have the ability to bonus action attack again.
Okay, great.
Really, really annoying.
Okay, great. So,
Oh, the other attacker just hit.
I know.
It was so close.
It is the turn of the one they call Heartrind. Never mind. It says Badger Bolt Roof up here. Old map. Fine. So I just noticed that.
I will crawl out like it's so like dead.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking finish it.
Okay, so they are going to move.
Finish him.
1, 2, 3. They are going to use their first action to move again, just so I can get properly within melee range of them. And they are going to try and knock the eyeball out of the back of this creature with one swing of that mighty warhammer of theirs. That attack hits, absolutely, and then it's a 1d10. So, as Heartrind takes a big old swing with their mighty warhammer, and you imagine that they swing as if they was doing the hammer event at the Olympics, where they go around like 3 times before they make contact. The eyeball leaves the back of the creature in a pool of blood as it shoots off into the near distance, and the creature is dead.
Woo!
No, hitting them with the hilt of the sword in this one. This dude is dead. Okay, team. So each of you has amassed from that battle 11,350 XP points. I will add it to our various characters right now. So 11,350 is what we're
I was
adding.
just about to ask that question.
11,350 for Neo, and then Heartrind is 11,350. Okay, great stuff, gang.
I think Ariana would want to get the eyeball and keep the eyeball if it's not completely dissolved.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Sure. Okay, so
Okay.
they can. It's definitely ruined, and from the force of Heartrind's blow, you can't really tell. Like, you can't distinguish which is like kind of the iris and the rest of the eyeball at this point. It's all just one bloodshot mess.
I kind of imagine that we all just, it's like one of those moments where everything went, and we all just got slothered in
Oh,
like
yes.
slime. And we're like, "Ugh."
Definitely, like we'll say, yeah, cutting ball recent out covered in goop. But you are next to a river, and we'll say that it's mostly clean, so you are able to clean yourselves off. Okay, so is anybody interested in looting said bodies?
I guess, yeah, I can do that.
I will assist
Sure.
someone.
So, Lucy, if you can make that
Investigation,
with advantage, yeah. So roll it twice and take the higher of the two numbers.
Ooh.
Alice, even with your emo work, you're artistic and amazing.
30.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. So
My investigation skills are high, so you're private eye.
that's it. So you don't get too much resource from the beholder, but from the 3 Ravengers who've been grifting everybody who's been passing this bridge, you get 64 copper pieces. I'll write this down and we'll inform the party. So 64 copper pieces. You get 56 silver, and you get 102 gold pieces.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, I think it's worth it. Anything else you'd like to do before we move on?
Maybe we should tell everybody. Actually, no, we shouldn't, because they want their money back. So the toll was a lie.
Oh yeah, they were just scamming everybody who passed. It was the 3 creatures in a tall overcoat.
Yeah, everyone got robbed. All right.
I'd
think-
like to clean the bridge a bit, so that the next travellers, especially in case there are like children in the next travelling party, don't get horrifically traumatized.
This is canon now. The ethnic squares are very concerned about the children. So yes, we'll say that you we'll take a moment to do that.
Also, it's a hazard. All that slippery gunk on the floor. People could be like,
100%.
veneering off into the
We'll say that there's
necromancer
there's like a
brings it
broom
back.
and a mop in the back of the cart that you're traveling in.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. So we'll say wary of any other people who are trying to come at you on this bridge. So other Ravengers and things like that. After the battle, you quickly jump aboard the cart and urge Bert and Meg to travel as fast as their hooves can take you. With a few hours of travel between you and the bridge of the By Hills River, you see the city walls of Westrune appear on the horizon. As you approach the city, you see the banners flying high in the midday breeze atop the walls. As with your first visit to the city, there's a substantial military presence with some 800 trained soldiers known as the Shields of the Plain under the watchful eye of Margrave Brandon Zimmerset. The de facto ruler of the city, Don Zimmers, is known by the Shields, and his forces keep guerrilla ravagers at bay from Western. An envoy to Don Zimmer is waiting to receive you as you pass through the city gates. They say, ethnic squares, welcome back to the city of Westruun. Our mutual friends of a certain underground organization made us aware of your impending arrival. I trust that your journey was a pleasant one, although judging by your wound, you may have run across a Ravager trap or two. They say, I have a letter from the office of the Margrave for the eyes of one Neo Ikin. The tiefling sorcerer Neo Ikin takes the letter and reads it out aloud in the back of the car, with no secrets to hide between her and her party. And it reads, for the attention of Neo Ikin of Lathansia, first I bring news to you of the front line of the armory walls. We continue to trade ground with the dragonflies in the north, but casualties remain high. In truth, we need more fighters on the ground to turn the tide of war in our favour. Our alchemists are making steady progress for an antidote to their Kmyal-infused weapons, but time is not a commodity that we have. The letter continues. I've been writing to the Margrave of Westruun to secure more resources and soldiers for our cause. Negotiations are progressing, however Don Zimmer wants someone special to train their forces in the mystic arcane arts. In exchange, they will deploy 300 soldiers to Atlantia to aid the war effort. I know this is a huge ask, but given your position, but the eyes of Atlantia calls to her heroes once more to step into the light and secure peace once again. We'll say, and signed off Commander Jeffrey Ramsey of the 117th Spartan Battalion. Neo takes a deep breath and contemplates her next move. While her heart is with the ethnic squares, she still feels an immense sense of duty to her country and is ultimately still driven to avenge her murdered family and her destroyed home deep within the rural Heaven's Fence region. With a deep sigh, she explains that her decision to finish what she started and bring an end to the armory wars. She embraces each of you. She reminds you of the faith that they have in you to put an end to sparring with Hawthorne, and looking forward to reuniting with you all in fairer, kinder, and more peaceful times. So unfortunately, the character of Neo Ikin is taking an exodus from the party once again, but they're doing it for, one would say, the best cause of protecting their home from the armory walls.
We'll miss your magic missiles.
Certainly will.
And you.
Yes.
Yes. Also, okay, great stuff, team. I think that is a great place to end episode 8, The Price of Peace. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been great fun as always, and I look forward to the next session here on twitch.tv/FritzPatel, or catching us later on youtube.com/FritzPatel as well. We will do a cheeky little raid during the outro. So once again, we'll just say thanks again for watching, and Ethnic Squares. Let's say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.